Birds of Prey is wrapped filming, as I'm sure you've heard. Recently, that news dropped. And with the reveal came the image of what may be the movie's official logo, or at least like a working logo. There's that image of Harley Quinn or her stunt double or whatever sitting in that chair from the back. And on the top of the chair, the band has, the Birds of Prey logo, specifically the whole title, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Because, this movie is, I think, well, it's their way of combining the fact that it's this movie like stars the Birds and Harley Quinn. They're both in the title. And you can see a lot of like symbols, iconography in the lettering. We can start with what I'm sure I won't notice everything, but let's just start with the top. Like with the word birds between the I and the R, that's like an arrow. A lot of this has like weaponry and stuff like that. Because, weapon imagery and symbols conveys harshness and fatality and stuff like that. Associated with a lady who, wears a baseball bat and a mallet. And two other ladies, one who has a crossbow and the other one, martial artists. People who basically beat other people up in a very physical, confrontational, and brutal way. So we see that arrow. And then we see with the D, like going horizontally, the D in birds, you could either say that that's like maybe a mustache symbol. That's what I think of. Or maybe like goggles, an eye mask. Like the symbol of a mask someone wears over their eyes. Because, I think Huntress wears, like kind of an eye mask sometimes. And a lot of superheroes do, a lot of crime fighters. The S, I don't know what the S represents. I know the top of the S, like the hole in the top of the S, it looks like a big, like, hat. Like, this is the brim at the bottom, and then the top is like this long cylinder for the head. There's like a name for that style of hat, but it looks like an old style hat. Almost like something the Penguin would wear or something. Cassandra Cain wears hats in a lot of the pictures we've seen of her. Ella J. Basco. Not a hat like that, though. That's a pretty big hat. And then, like, the bottom hole of the S is, like, it's very a sharp spike at the point. I don't know what that's supposed to represent. I think maybe it's just a stylistic spike, a sharpness. And then the O and of course, that's a baseball bat. The P in Prey, that has a diamond symbol, the P hole. The R has a mallet, Harley's famous mallet. And the E in Prey, it looks like a comb, like a sideways comb, like a hair comb. And the Y, that's actually the most normal looking. Well, actually, the Y looks very normal looking. The Y, the I in birds, well, except for the arrow on the side. I guess the Y and the F are the most regular looking letters in this whole title sequence. The B doesn't have any special, like, weapon imagery, but you can see like the top, the curve, like the spine of the B, the front spine has like this curved edge in the font, so that makes it look unique, even though there's no real like symbol associated with that. And then somewhere else, if you look at the DC logo on the side, it's like there's two X's on it, like at the top, and then a slash at the bottom, almost like maybe a weird stylized smile where the eyes are two X's and the smile is that line at the bottom. You can barely really make it out with the way, with like how grainy the symbol is because it's far away. But I think they're playing with that for the most. I mean, like I said at the beginning, the images evoke like weapons and tools and stuff. But the font of some of the writing style, like where it says "Any Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn," and the drawings over the DC logo, it evokes that very stylized kind of handwriting font or style that we saw in things like Suicide Squad. This is kind of an echo of that. Birds of Prey, the whole thing, like the production design, the lettering, they're going for, like the edgy kind of, urban, or just like edgy kind of wild and gritty look. And this kind of echoes that feel, with this lettering and these fonts. And, the penmanship. That's what I mean, the penmanship. With the way the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn is written, and the drawings over the C, like the DC logo, the sketching over it, combined with the way everybody looks, In the first trailer, we got our first look at everyone looking like, urban club people or whatever. So, they're going for, I think, if they saw this worked with Suicide Squad, so let's continue that same kind of tone or whatever with Birds of Prey. And we'll see. I mean, we haven't seen much of anything in Birds of Prey. I mean, that was that first teaser, but that was just kind of like a makeup or like whatever test to show what everybody looks like. That wasn't footage from the actual movie. So we don't really know what the movie's going to look like yet until we see a trailer. I mean, we've seen these leaked photos that I've shown, but those are just pictures. Those aren't really going to be evocative of what the movie will really look like when it's filmed with a camera and it has all the color correction and lighting and stuff in it, the directing. We still don't really know what this movie exactly is going to look like. But soon, I expect we'll get our first real look at Birds of Prey trailer wise or whatever at Comic-Con in July. Maybe sooner, but I wouldn't be surprised if they wait until Comic-Con. That could be the big unveiling during the Warner Brothers movie panel, because the movie comes out in February, right? And Comic-Con's in July, so that's enough time. Between July and February, that's a huge amount of time. So they can wait until July to show us, that first trailer. So what do you think? What do you think of the Birds of Prey logo, the working logo? I guess this might be the official logo at this point. If they do release another logo that's not this, I'll make a video about that one. But for now, this is it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.